Your country 1039 KGRT, Miss Maren Morris and Rich. And yeah. Did kind of forget about that Diddy line in there.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. It is time for our question. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Gotta love allergy season. And anyway, I was thinking, the Winter Olympics are done right now, and I was wondering if people that win an Olympic gold medal are just like, okay, that's it. I'm the best of the world at what I do. What's next? Basically, what's something that sounds impressive, and then you do it, and you're like, okay, I did it. I'm done. Like, that was fun, I guess. Maybe like a gold medal for everyday people, But someone actually posed that very same question on social media. I thought it'd be a good one to ask everybody today. And it was pretty cool. Some of the answers that some people came up with were like, running while you do it. It feels very almost mythical. Then you get it done. It's like, I want a banana. Also, getting a PhD, you do all that work, Somebody put in, making a good mushroom Parmesan risotto. I've got a friend of mine trying to make a pizza. Believe it or not, he spent weeks just trying to get the dough right, I told him, you should probably just go Chef Boyardee. Remember they used to make those pizza kits? Anyway, so I ask you about this. What is something that sounds impressive and then you actually get it done and you're like, okay, what's next? It sounds impressive until you actually do it. I like one right here because I'm sure that all the kids would actually get this one, and that would be, learning how to do backflips. I know kids that can do backflips, and they're like, yeah, no big deal, whatever. So, what is something that sounds impressive until you actually get it done? Yeah, that's my question for you today. Go ahead and let me know your answers. You can call them in. You can text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, remember, we are live on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube. There are the two guys there. And you can go ahead and leave your comments there as well. For our question of the day today, very simply, what is something that sounds impressive until you actually get it done? Yeah. Let me know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, pardon me. Once again, gotta love allergy season for sure. And we're just at the beginning of it. That's what bugs me the most. Oh, man. Anyway, our question of the day today, what is something that sounds impressive until you actually get it done? And then you're like, yeah, that wasn't a big deal. What stuff like Excel pivot tables. That's someone who's into spreadsheets, I get. Juggling, or maybe surfing. There could be a bunch of events that maybe you were working your way towards, training for, stuff like that, or just looking forward to, and then you get it done and you're like, okay, that's it. It wasn't as bad to be. So let me know your answers for our question of the day. And remember, call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, we've already got some answers in here. Lupe says, childbirth. Well, that is probably something when it's done, you're like, oh, I did that. And then you think about it for a while and you go, I don't want to do that again. And then after a while, you're like, I think I can do that again. Right? Let's see. Anybody else? Also, oh, thank you. They subscribed. I like that. I appreciate that. They're up on YouTube there. So, childbirth would definitely be one of those things where you got it done and you're like, hey, that's done now. And trust me, that leads to a whole other bunch of stuff that, by the time you get to your second or third child, you're like, no big deal. Let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, leave your comments on our social media pages. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around our world today. The Telegraph says upcoming iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max will have enhanced 24 megapixel front cameras offering better performance for selfies and video calls. Maybe a little bit too much detail in those photos, maybe. I don't know, but iPhone cameras are really good. Let's see, 9,500 pounds of Aldi ready-to-eat meatballs have been recalled after a report of metal found inside them. That's not good. Let's see, the iconic Mr. Green, or Mr. Clean, I should say, mascot is stepping down after 68 years. We talked about his retirement yesterday. Hopefully it's not one of those, like, I'm retired, I'm not going to tour anymore, and then they go out on tour. I don't know. We'll see. Krispy Kreme and Oreo have teamed up to introduce a donuts. Flavors include Oreo cookie glaze, Oreo dirt cake, that one's good, and Oreo cookie over-the-top. Customers can enjoy these delicious treats for a limited time. The Oreo dirt cake is, I've seen those done in muffins and cupcakes. Those are pretty good. Let's see. The Impulsive Buy says KFC's Colonel's favorite jelly beans have been spotted at Target. If you're a jelly bean person, well, Easter is coming up. Once again, allergy season. Also saw that Hostess Peeps are teaming up for Peeps marshmallow-filled cupcakes. What? The cupcakes feature filling yellow icing inspired by Peeps and the classic Hostess squiggle. Yeah, going to be keeping an eye out there. I am a Peeps person. I do love Peeps. And looks like we got a lot of food news today, mostly. So, non-food related. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will have their rematch at the Las Vegas Sphere. That'll be a good place to see a fight. The fight will be held September 19th and streamed globally on Netflix. Interesting. If you know how much fun that could be. But once again, my friends, we are looking for answers for our question of the day today. What is something that sounds impressive? Maybe something you're looking forward to, you're training for, you got to get it done, and then you do it, and it was impressive until you actually got it done. Here's one. Learning to fire a weapon. They go about the dangers of it all, and you go through the training and the whole thing, and then you squeeze, bang, and it's done. Right? He says it was very disappointing until he shot a 44 Magnum. Try the 50 cal, my friends, or the Desert Eagle 50. Yeah. Those ones are a little bit more bangy for sure. But I kind of agree on that one, because I did not shoot weapons for a long, long time. And then about a year and a half ago, a couple of years ago, with my son's birthday, decided that we were going to go to the shooting range, and they asked me if I wanted to go ahead and participate. And I said, sure. All right, that would be fine. And I shot my first weapon for the first time. And honestly, not as scary as I thought it was going to be. And I was fairly decent at it. So a little more training in there. So yeah, I agree with that one wholeheartedly. But once again, what about you? What is something that sounds impressive or daunting until you've actually got it done? Personally, I do like childbirth on that one, because the first one, very scary. After that, you're like, second or third, it's like no big deal, right? Once again, I say that, and I'm a guy. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble for saying that. But what is something that sounds impressive until you actually get it done? I guess I could add being a parent to that, right? Sounds very daunting until you get there. But go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.